Erik Ten Hag sends Manchester United board transfer plea with Europa League squad as Erik Ten Hag tells Man United player he has to be sold. Erik Ten Hag's Manchester United squad for their Europa League clash against Real Sociedad shows that the Dutchman has some potential concerns that need addressing in the January transfer window. Despite returning to training earlier in the week, Anthony Martial was left out of United's traveling party to play Real Sociedad on Thursday. The match will decide who tops the group, with Ten Hag's side needing to win by 2 or more goals to confirm top spot. The first-place team will receive a bypass the next round, avoiding a playoff fixture with a third-place side from the Champions League in February. In an already congested season, this could be crucial for the Reds later in the campaign. Although the Dutchman will likely name a relatively unchanged starting XI, the lack of squad depth around the first team is somewhat alarming. Martin Dubravka, Radek Vidic, and Facundo Pellistri have all been included for the trip to Spain, yet none of the trio are yet to play for the club. Shola Shoretire and Zidane Iqbal are 2 promising youngsters, yet neither of them have started a game for United. Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Donny van de Beek are both without starts since April and last December respectively, leaving Ten Hag with a rather thin pool of game winners to turn to should he need it. Having strong squad depth is something that the United manager is all too aware of, as he spoke heavily about during his time at Ajax. He told the Dutch club's in-house media, if for long periods of time you're playing 3 games a week, then players can drop out of the team from injury, suspension, and then you have to be able to take that in stride. With a dressing room that has to be deep enough, and if I'm talking about squad depth, I'm really talking about the quality of the depth. In this way, a lot of players have a role, an important role, in reaching our goals. It's not 11 players, it's a full team that all have to contribute. With the World Cup break rapidly approaching, Ten Hag will soon be able to assess his squad ahead of the January transfer window. Although he has been warned over further spending this winter, his latest Europa League squad will be his biggest argument for why the club need to invest further. In other news, Manchester United are not expected to make any movements in the January transfer window with regard to signings and player arrivals. According to the Manchester Evening News, United are currently not looking to make further additions at the turn of the year and have their eyes dead set on the summer window. Samuel Luckhurst reports, sources have indicated their preference is to wait until the summer to start the second phase of their rebuild. The bulk of United's squad activity in the winter is likely to revolve around contract extensions and possible renewals, with decisions to be made on the deals of David De Gea, Diogo Dalot, Luke Shaw, Fred and Marcus Rashford. A goalscorer has already been identified as United's priority position next year, and a right-back is likely to be targeted as manager Erik Ten Hag was keen on reinforcing that area in the summer. This is something football director John Murdoch himself strongly hinted at last month. Murdoch remarked that both the hierarchy and the manager were in agreement over future squad plans, and that the club was functioning primarily with the assumption of making moves over the summer. There is, however, a possibility of exits from Old Trafford in January. As per Luckhurst, the Red Devils are set to arrange a series of loan spells for some of the club's youngsters who are in need of first-team minutes elsewhere. Beyond United's academy prodigies, Aaron Wan-Bissaka could also make way in a mid-season transfer. The defender was told he is not in Ten Hag's plans and so is free to move. Should the 24-year-old depart, United have the option to recall Ethan Laird from Queen's Park Rangers, where is currently enjoying a stunning season-long loan. A player who is not likely to leave despite his desire to get an exit is Cristiano Ronaldo. The 37-year-old is short of takers willing to take a gamble on him. With the group stages of the Champions League concluding tonight, Ronaldo's options are only likely to diminish even further. This outcome, unfortunately for both the player and United fans, means that Ronaldo will stay until the end of the season and see out the length of his contract. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.